Hello, everyone. It is Thursday, April 9th, 2026. I am Annika Spalding, the Director of Development here at ALT, and this is Thursdays at 3, where I go live every Thursday to get you caught up on what's happening this week at ALT. You're going to have to forgive me. I've got a little bit of a head cold, so my voice is a little scratchy today, but thank you so much for being here. I want to let you know that this season, Thursdays at 3, is very generously sponsored by our good friends at Realty Central Services. Cindy Bulla is the owner and broker at Realty Central and is a longtime supporter and champion of ALT. Realty Central is a women-owned full-service real estate brokerage providing unparalleled customer service backed by decades of experience, industry service, and property rights advocacy. So if you're in need of real estate service and you love ALT, consider heading over to amarillo.realestate and using Realty Central Services. I'm going to switch. My color is all wrong here. There we go. It's red, not blue. Let's fix that. Okay, I want to thank all of you so much who joined us in person and virtually online last week for our volunteer happy half hour and live at 5:30 99th season reveal event. We had an excellent turnout, and we hope y'all are excited about the lineup of shows we'll be producing during our 99th season. If you're really excited about our shows, leave a comment and tell me what you're excited to perform in, audition for, see as an audience member. Our good friend Vanessa is here. She says, I'm on time. I'm so glad you're here, Vanessa. It's been a while. I couldn't do Thursdays at 3 last week because of our live at 5:30 season reveal event. So I'm really glad to be back with you guys. Vanessa says, you're still beautiful. Sorry you have a cold. Thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, it's just one of those spring things that's just clinging forever, and it's so annoying, but thank you so much. I'm just glad to be here with y'all. I love chatting about ALT. Let's actually keep that going. I want to say a huge congratulations. Let me pull up their picture. I have it here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Huge congratulations to the cast, crew, and production team of Prince of Egypt. Every single show was a sold out audience and so well deserved by this 70-member cast. This show was a triumph for ALT, and I want to congratulate, of course, Harrison Stringer and his incredible production team, and every single person who made this magnificent show come to life. It was absolutely stunning. The reviews that we've been getting, the things people are saying in the community, these kids are absolutely amazing. If you ever have a chance to come and see an Academy show, please do. They're absolutely phenomenal. We're very, very lucky to have the Academy here. And these kids are learning a lot about the performing arts. We're very, very proud of them. Okay, hopefully you have seen our posts on social media about this, but today, April 9th, is the 99th day of the year, and in celebration of our 99th season coming up, ALT is holding a one-day fundraiser. That's today. You can donate anytime, but it's a one-day fundraiser because today is our 99th day of the year. We're calling it 99 on our mind. You can donate $9, $99, or $999. Do that one via Venmo or through our box office to help us get our costume storage digitally inventoried and organized. This is a huge undertaking. I know a lot of you have not been over to our costume storage facility over at the Adventure Space. It is a massive facility and it is in complete disarray. It needs so much help. Those of you who know Peg Lovett recently, this past season, completely reorganized our prop storage, which is right here outside of my office. And it is stunning in there. You can find any prop that you need really easily. And if we can't find something, we just text Peg, hey, Peg, where is this? And she's like, it's right here. But we needed that so badly. And now we need it for costume storage. We need to do a big purge first. Maybe we'll have a little garage sale. I was talking to our board president about that. She had a great idea about that. There's lots of ideas floating around. We got a very generous grant from Texas Commission on the Arts very recently this last month, helping us out with the costume inventory project, but we're getting software, tags with barcodes. We want everything to be digitally inventoried so we know exactly where things are. If it hasn't been returned, we know that it's missing, things like that. But we have to do a big purge first. We're going to need a lot of manpower for that, and woman power, people power. We're going to need people power for that project. But we're also going to need more money. So if you're able to donate to that, that would be a huge gift to us. The grant that we got through TCA is great. It's not enough to cover the entire project. So if you're interested in either donating to the project or helping us out with the costume and accessories purge, let me know, shoot me an email. But that fundraiser is going on today. We have a little post that is so, so cute. If William Shatner asked us to describe our perfect date, we'd have to say April 9th, 2026. It's not the 90 what is it? I can't read it. It's not the 100th or the 98th, but the 99th day of the year. All you need is your phone to Venmo $9, $99, or $999 to ALT. You can scan the QR code there on the screen to help ALT get our costume storage facility inventoried and organized ahead of our 99th season. We are so excited about this new season coming up, inching closer and closer to our centennial. We're so pumped about that. So if you're willing to donate, do that. Otherwise, let me know if you want to help us out with that costume inventory project, and I will be happy to add you to the list. Vanessa says, oh my goodness, I liaison Prince of Egypt and watched with Zach. Freaking amazing. I know, they're absolutely unbelievable. Gabe Sherman says, fancy. Oh wait, what are you saying fancy about? I came to this comment too late. But Gabe, I'm so glad that you're here. I got to see Gabe earlier this week. Lucky me. And just so you know, Playbill ads for our 26-27 season are now on sale. I am in charge of that. If you're interested in hearing more information of how your business can purchase ad space in our Playbill, which is seen by over 30,000 patrons every single season, shoot me an email. Let me put my email up here. I can get you all that information. I have that ready to go. We would love to add you to our Playbill. We're adding more and more vendors to that business, small businesses to that Playbill every single season. And those funds go to help support the theater. So we would be very grateful if you'd be interested in placing an ad in our Playbill and helping us out with funding our 99th season. We would love it. Oh, Michelle, he says, hello, Annika, how are you today? I am good. I'm good. It's just things are so busy this time of year. I mean, ALT is always busy, but it's also grant season, and my area is, I do a lot of grant writing. And so I'm just slammed, just completely slammed all the time. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It always makes the day go by faster. So that's always good. Michelle, I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you're doing well. I'm so, so glad that you're normally here watching Thursdays at 3. I'm very grateful for that. Gabe says, the new costume system. I know. We have this. We're going to purchase this entire digital software system that comes with all of these. We're going to have to buy extra probably because there are so many costumes up there. But they're all going to be tagged. They're all going to have barcodes. We're going to have a full system up there. So we're going to need all the people who have helped us costume in the past who know that space up there could be really beneficial to us. I'm thinking here in the next 5-6 weeks, like during the month of May, we may need to send some of our costume people up there if they're willing to donate some time and do a big purge. Here are the things that we can definitely get rid of, and then maybe hold a garage sale for that, and then inventory what's left over. That will probably help a lot with the organization. So anyway, yeah, it's really, really exciting. Vanessa says, hey, Gabe and Michelle. And Michelle says, been busy with School of Rock. That's right. That's right. You guys are, well, y'all just got in the building. I know, because you had to wait for Prince of Egypt to get done before you could start rehearsing over here. So I know that's going to be like lightning fast before you guys open on the 30th. We're so excited about School of Rock. I cannot wait to see that show. But yeah, okay. So I told you about the one-day fundraiser happening today. I told you about Playbill stuff. Next, let's talk about Academy summer camps. I did not double check before this, but allegedly the Academy summer camp schedule is supposed to go live today. If it's not already, it will be live soon. I promise. Harrison promised me that. And that registration for summer camps, that schedule will go live hopefully today. If it's not already, registration will begin on May 11th. If your kid has never done an Academy summer camp, they are wonderful. There's always a big showcase at the end. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. A great way for the kids to spend their summer. I know a lot of Academy kids do 2 camps because it's so much fun. So consider that. Look at the schedule, see what works with your vacations and all that fun stuff. Excuse me. So sorry. The first cough of Thursdays at 3. Okay. Big news. It is preview night for Silent Sky. We are so excited, and tickets are buy one, get one free this evening. And of course, students are always buy one, get one free. This show was written by playwright Lauren Gunderson. Silent Sky tells the story of 19th century astronomer Henrietta Leavitt. The show draws from the true story of 3 so sorry, y'all, female astronomers working at the Harvard Observatory in the early 1900s. I want you guys to see this poignant story. It is running at the Adventure Space April 9th. That's today. You guys, I'm so sorry. That's just going to be happening, I guess, today. Today, April 9th through the 19th, Carrie Huckabee is directing this beautiful show with a stellar, see what I did there? What's wrong with me? Cast, and the script is truly, truly beautiful. I do not want you guys to miss this show. Make sure to get your tickets if you haven't already. And don't forget, students are always buy one, get one free. And tonight is buy one, get one free. And this coming Sunday, yeah, this coming Sunday, the 12th, we're going to have ASL interpreters at the matinee performance of Silent Sky. And immediately following that performance, we invite you all to join us for our Ovation Series Talkback, sponsored by Kevin and Roxanne Ball. You can enjoy a cup of Palace coffee and hear behind-the-scenes info about how we put the show together, including an opportunity for you to ask the cast and production team questions about the show. And this is going to be a great one for that. ALT Talkbacks are always really fun and interesting. So come join us if you're not doing anything on Sunday afternoon. And also, this is very exciting. I love when we do this. ALT is honored to partner with Panhandle Plains Historical Museum during the run of Silent Sky. They have created a pop-up exhibit at the Adventure Space inspired by the show. In the lobby, you'll see artifacts from PPHM's permanent collection, selected for the exhibit based on the women's suffrage movement, early 20th century science, and the 1900 to 1920 time span of the production. PPHM did a beautiful display in our Turk lobby of clothing from the time period of ragtime during our run of that show in November, and it was so incredibly cool. If you didn't get a chance to see that, make sure to check out this new display at the Adventure Space during Silent Sky. And tickets are going to go on sale to School of Rock for members this coming Monday, April 13th at 10 a.m., running at the main stage April 30th through May 17th. And tickets will go on sale to the public the following Monday, April 20th at 10 a.m. So make sure you don't miss your chance to get your tickets for School of Rock. And while we're talking about members, this is very big news. If you would like to become a season ticket holder at ALT, and why on earth would you not want to be a season ticket holder? You can purchase upper level memberships this week. They are on sale this week. All other season ticket packages will go on sale this coming Monday, April 13th. As many of you know, season ticket holders enjoy all kinds of perks, including the ability to reserve tickets at least 1 week ahead of the general public. If you're an upper level member, which are these 3 members right here, you can reserve 2 weeks ahead of the general public, which is a huge perk, especially for shows that sell out really quickly. So if you're interested in an upper level membership, those are on sale this week. You can contact the box office to do that. Let me go ahead and throw out their information. If you don't already know, you can contact our box office at the information you see on your screen and get your upper level memberships right now. Or if you'd like to wait for another membership package, you can do that starting on Monday the 13th. Very, very exciting. Gabe says, hey, Vanessa and Michelle. I love when people just talk in the comments. I love that. And Michelle is here. Hi, Michelle. I'm so glad that you're here watching Thursdays at 3. I miss you so much. I saw you all the time during ragtime, and now I never get to see you. And Natalie Lawson says, ASL interpreters will be at the performance on the 19th, not the 12th. Okay, so thank you for correcting me, Natalie. ASL interpreters will not be here on the 12th. They will be here on the 19th, but the talkback will be on the 12th, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Natalie, for correcting me on that. And I'm so glad that you're here, and happy preview night to you. I cannot wait to see this exciting show. Natalie is playing Henrietta Leavitt in Silent Sky, previewing tonight over at the Adventure Space. I'm so, so excited for you, Natalie. That's so great. And let's check out our volunteer opportunities for the week. Let me pull that up here. We are going to need the final weekend of Silent Sky is coming up, and we're going to need help with ushering in concessions. I don't think they're full yet, so if you're interested in doing that, go ahead and contact our volunteer coordinator, Lissa Guerin, at the information you see on your screen. We love when we can get help with ushering in concessions. It's a really easy job. You get to meet a lot of cool people, and it really helps ALT out a whole lot if you're interested in that. And we have a work call coming up for School of Rock this Saturday, April 11th. We will be having a build and paint call at the main stage. Beginning at 10 a.m., we are looking for as many builders as possible and 4 to 5 skilled detail painters. If you're interested in that, once again, contact our volunteer coordinator at the information you see on your screen and shoot her an RSVP so we can get you added to the lunch list. Okay, no, I already told you that. I want to get to one of my favorite parts of the week. Let's do our volunteer of the week. Yay! congratulations to Jeffrey Pickens. Jeffrey was assistant music director and dramaturg for Prince of Egypt. And Harrison says he was also an incredible asset during shows, helping sick kids, wrapping ankles, fixing broken doors, and probably a lot more than even that. Special thanks to him for all his efforts during Prince of Egypt. And let's keep things going with some breaking Broadway news. All right, Tony winners Nathan Lane and Laurie Metcalf take on Arthur Miller's classic Death of a Salesman in new production shots. You can see more of those at BroadwayWorld.com. And Stranger Things, The First Shadow, oh my gosh, that is such a scary picture, has released new photos of their year 2 cast. I'm guessing their year 2 cast is different than their year 1 cast. I'm using context clues for that. You can check more of those photos out at BroadwayWorld.com. And now I am so excited to chat with my next guest today. I've chatted with him a lot this season. He has had an incredible season at ALT and is preparing for preview night of Silent Sky. Please welcome my good friend Preston Moore. Hi, Preston.
Hello. You have chatted with me a lot this season. We were joking about it before the show. I'm surprised you're not tired of talking to me on this show yet.
I could never. It's been so great to chat with you all season long. It's been one heck of a season for you. How is the week going with Silent Sky?
It's been a lot of fun. Just throwing tech in. I mean, obviously, like with Prince of Egypt, there were so many lights that were over at the main stage and so many elements that they needed for Prince of Egypt that we weren't able to add in until they were, finished with that run. Which congratulations to that cast. I saw that show twice and I wish I could have seen it every single time. What a show. Oh my gosh. But throwing all of that in, I know that, Noah Lang and everybody involved with the tech production at ALT has worked so hard to get things ready for Silent Sky to the point where we've had a handful of really good runs this week that we're really excited for tonight to bring it and have an audience and to bring it to everybody. We're so excited to just bring this story to life and excited to have people have butts in seats for the first time.
Oh my gosh, always a good thing. I saw Carrie Huckabee last night, and it's always a good sign when the director of a show in the middle of Hell Week is like cool as a cucumber. She was like, I was like, how you doing? She was at a meeting like an hour before we had this meeting, an hour before your rehearsal. I'm like, what are you doing here? He was like, they're good. They're fine. So it's amazing to hear that Hell Week has been so smooth.
Yeah, it has. I think it's gone really smoothly. And honestly, like the whole rehearsal period, I feel like has gone fairly smoothly. And that is a testament to everybody involved with the production team between Carrie and Nolan, our assistant director, obviously, as well. And then Christy Corder has been awesome for us as well. And then the cast has really, there's only 5 of us, which is nice. There's myself and Natalie, who commented earlier. She's such a phenomenal Henrietta. I can't wait for people to see her. And then as well, Kayla Fuller, Joanna Kimball in that photo, and Caselyn Tenorio also in the cast. We've all had a level of dedication from the beginning and a level of excitement for it all to bring it to life to where it has made the rehearsal period pretty smooth from day one. And I think that that's been a real blessing, is to be able to work with an entire group of people who you can show up and you can count on everybody being locked in, head in the game, ready to go, wanting to work and wanting to make this the best that it can be, and receptive to any and all notes and criticism and whatever, whether it's from director, assistant director, other castmates. We're all taking feedback from everybody and applying it to make the show as good as it can be. And I think that that's led to a pretty smooth tech week. For us, again, for the cast, I think it has been a very hectic tech week for anybody involved with putting together all of the actual tech that goes into the show, because they had to do so much in such a short amount of time. But it's made the whole process really smooth and really great. And it's just, I don't know, it's been a blessing to be a part of.
I am so glad to hear that. Can you tell everyone, I gave my own little synopsis of the show earlier, but from your perspective, can you tell everyone a little bit about what Silent Sky is about and about who you play in the show?
Yeah. So I've It's interesting. I've heard some people be like, "Oh, I've seen the movie of that," and we're like, "No, you haven't, because there's not one."
Yeah,
They
I was like,
confuse it with there's a confusion, I think, for some with the movie Hidden Figures, which is a
"Oh,
good movie, and that's about rocket science. This is
right.
before, maybe even, don't quote me on this, but I think it's before even the first plane ever existed, let alone
Okay.
rockets. This
Yeah.
is about astronomy. And so the story is about Henrietta Leavitt, who was a real life person. Three of our five characters existed. Oh, thanks, Gabe. Hope to see you there for one of the shows. Gabe was awesome to work with in Jersey Boys. But the story's about Henrietta Leavitt, one of the three real life existing people from our cast. And it's basically her story of how she, as we like to say, became the first person to measure the universe. It says in the script. What that means is basically she had this ambition and this desire to do more, to discover something, to apply her own ideas to the work she was doing at the Harvard Observatory when encouraged to do so. And she was not necessarily at the beginning, she's not allowed to use the telescope that she expects to be able to use when she gets the job.
Mm.
So she kind of was assigned busy work when she got there, and then she had this ambition that she wanted to apply her own ideas, her own discovery, her own ambition toward her work. Uh,
Mhm.
and that work ended up leading to eventually the discovery that the universe is greater than the Milky Way galaxy, that the galaxy that we know of in this time frame of the Milky Way is not the universe, that there are more galaxies out there, and that find out there are millions and billions of other galaxies out there. And so it's a really, really interesting story to see kind of the background of that. And for anybody who, like me, is a space nerd or a history nerd, like I'm both of those things. I shared a
Yeah.
video on Facebook the other day because it was the 2-year anniversary of when I drove to the very far southeastern corner of the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, just so that I could get a look at the solar eclipse totality.
Oh my
So
god.
if in 30 years I would have the availability to do something like that. So I drove like 7 hours by myself to the middle of nowhere in Oklahoma just so I
Amazing.
could see a solar eclipse totality with a clear sky.
Was it worth
It
it?
was, oh yeah, it was awesome. It
That's
was so cool. And that's just like, to me, doing a show like this where I was a space kid growing up. I loved this
yeah.
stuff, and being able to do a show that has so much to do with astronomy, not just astronomy as a whole, but the discovery of some really relevant and monumental things as far as uh, all of humanity, knowing that
Yeah.
the universe is larger than the Milky Way galaxy. That's such a cool thing for me. I get to nerd out a little bit. I'm a history nerd too, so getting to
Yeah.
kind of dive into that time period is awesome as well. And so it's been a blessing. I play Peter Shaw, who is the it's kind of I don't know how to describe it. I guess he's technically her boss, but also really not. And so there's this weird dynamic going on. Her boss is the astronomer, Dr. Pickering. He's not in the show. He's just mentioned multiple times throughout the show.
Yeah.
I play his assistant, who is tasked with being in charge of her department, technically. He doesn't really do much in the show, and it's kind of a joke throughout the show that he really doesn't do a whole lot. And then but he didn't exist in real life. He's one of the
Okay.
two characters that did not actually exist, I believe. And I'm basing this off of something Natalie said at one point, and she's been, I mean, my goodness, the research she has put into this role is unbelievable. She has done
Wow.
so much to be so prepared to play Henrietta, and it inspires me as a cast member with her to do everything I can as well. And so um for what she said, though, Natalie said that Lauren Gunderson, the playwright, said that Peter, my character, was Lauren Gunderson's gift to Henrietta because she never married and never had anything like that I think we know of as
Okay.
far as romantic interest. That's my understanding. Um Michelle, hello. I'm excited to be in School of Rock with you too a little bit later on. But that'll be something I get to after Silent Sky.
He's
But
got a few things to do first,
oh,
and
I
then
got I got a laundry list going down. But um but yeah, Peter and Henrietta have this kind of romance, and then they kind of get mixed up into timelines, and it becomes sort of maybe like a right person, wrong time sort of thing. And
Mhm.
then, there's a lot that goes on within the script that I'm
Right.
not going to spoil or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it is a romance story as well within this broader story of discovery and ambition and feminism and astronomy and all of these other themes that we're dealing with and working with here. There's a romance story as well, and that's kind of my role, I guess, within the plot. And
Mhm.
it makes it, I mean, it's just so much, it's been so much fun to work with them, and so much fun to play this character for the list of reasons that I just explained, being a space and history nerd that I am.
Well, because you're a space nerd, how is it to be rehearsing this show during the Artemis 2 mission?
That is something I talked with my mom about just yesterday. I was like,
Like,
man, I wish we could do some sort of like cross promotion with the
I
Artemis crew. Like,
know.
it would be so, like, that's such a cool connection there to make with that is happening. And it
Yeah,
also, in a way, we see all these viral images over the course of the last week taken from the other side of the moon. Ah, hi John. That's my little brother. I can't wait to see
aw.
you at my new play, John. I'm so excited for that as well. Oh, thank you, Alex. Alex is awesome. I've worked with her and in Jamie McBride's Academy class on Tuesdays this semester, and that's been a
Oh,
lot of fun as
nice.
well. We've done a scene together, and she's fantastic as well. So excited for it. But yeah, with the Artemis, when we see we seeing these viral images from the other side of the moon,
Yeah,
and reading about it and just kind of thinking about that, having that on my mind, it has, I would be lying if I said it hasn't helped a little bit with the performance in terms
yeah,
of that aspect of wonder and discovery and the vastness of space. That's what our whole show is about. And so coinciding with the Artemis mission going on that the whole world is paying attention to,
right.
I think that has been really, really cool to kind of just think about both of those things at the same time. And hopefully apply a little bit of it to the performance, even though this is set, about 120 years ago.
But also so cool to think about the fact that, I mean, realistically, the Artemis 2 wouldn't be doing what it's doing without the story of Silent Sky,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
absolutely. Yeah.
if
Yeah.
they hadn't done that way back then we
Hmm.
might not be here today. Like, it's just
Hmm.
it and the feminism of it all when you're thinking about, is it Christina Koch? Is that her name? The astronaut that's the female
Hmm. I
astronaut?
think so. Yeah. Yeah.
And is she the first female to orbit the moon?
I'm
Is that
pretty
correct?
sure. I
I
think I
mean,
read that. Yeah.
for that to be going on in tandem with what you guys are doing, I think is so cool that it's already in people's
Hmm.
minds, this amazing thing that we really need in humanity right now, a story like that that's so unifying. And then
Hmm.
to think about the script that you guys are bringing to life with
Hmm.
the feminism and women and basically women in STEM, it's just
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very cool, and it's such
Hmm.
a phenomenal cast. You guys, I cannot stress this enough. The people that are in this cast, run to see the show, run to see it. I wanna talk to you about this. We've mentioned this a little bit, but you've graced the main stage this season
Uh-huh.
as younger brother in Ragtime.
Hmm.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
And as Bob Gaudio in Jersey Boys. How does it feel to be over at the Adventure Space tackling a play this time?
Different.
Yeah,
I excited to see. We'll see tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see
feels
how
okay
tonight
now,
goes.
but maybe not tonight, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Thank you, Kaylin. Loved working with you in Jersey Boys. When it comes to the difference, I have only done one show in the adventure space. This is technically my 10th show performing at ALT, including all of the time that I spent in the academy. The only show I ever did in the adventure space was Winnie the Pooh when I was 15 years old. It
Oh,
was my second show ever, and I played Owl, and I had so much fun. And that is a little bit of different material
right,
than this.
slightly.
And so it's interesting. I mean, some of the earliest notes that I got were sort of just being aware of the fact that we're in a thrust. There is now an audience on three sides of you. You're not in a standard proscenium the way that the main stage is. And this season, with it being with Ragtime and Jersey Boys, all I've had to know and think about is on the main stage,
Yeah,
and the audience is 20 feet away from you. I mean, it's a totally different environment, even from the source material with Ragtime and Jersey Boys being musicals. Now, those are two very different types of musicals, but they are musicals at the same time.
sure.
And so it's a totally different feel. And that's been, for me, the biggest challenge. Last night, Larry Joe, who's doing crew um, for Silent Sky with us, and she was in Ragtime as well, and that's where I got to know her, which was awesome. And she asked me kind of in comparison to Jersey Boys, which I feel like we finished up yesterday, honestly. Like
Yeah,
that was just feels so recent to me
yeah,
still. But she asked me in comparison to Jersey Boys, she was like, do you feel like you're working a little less hard on this one, like not hard enough on this one? And I was like, no.
yeah.
I don't. It's different. I'm
Different
not
muscles,
singing.
but
Yeah, I'm not
yeah,
singing 32 songs, but I'm also gonna have an audience member 3 feet away from me tonight, if not
yeah,
less. And so I'm thinking about that as well, because when the audience is so close, you have to be in it. You have to sell it. Not that you don't necessarily with the main stage shows, but you really, it's an added element. Um it's an elevated sense of that
for
phenomena,
sure,
if you will.
for sure. They
Because
are right there.
they're right there. They can see
Yeah,
every single movement on your face. They can read you the way they'd read somebody they're talking to, because they're
right.
as close to you as they are to anybody they may be talking to. And so that requires a level of dedication and a level of determination as an
Mhm.
actor, that has been really fun and challenging for me to kind of tap back into. And you've mentioned the cast, the other four people in this cast.
Yeah.
My goodness, they just up the ante every single night. Natalie is incredible, as I said. Caselyn is phenomenal in her role as Margaret, playing Henrietta's sister. And then Kayla Fuller and Joanna Kimball are incredible as well.
Mhm.
Um, it is a joy, Larry Joe. I have had so much fun. Yeah, and she did spots for Jersey Boys, so we've gotten to know each other pretty well, which has been
Love it,
awesome. Yeah.
love it,
But man, it's different. It is different being in the adventure space, having only ever done one show in the adventure space. I was on the production team when the Academy did Into the Woods in 2018, but
yeah,
I wasn't on stage.
okay,
So it's not the same,
yeah,
but getting into that and getting into the headspace to know the audience is right there. I was saying last night, it provides a different kind of nerves going into something like tonight.
for sure.
um there are obviously always nerves when you have an audience for the first time, but it is a different kind of nerves knowing that they're right there. So,
Yeah.
but
Okay, I wanna ask
ultimately, excitement.
yeah, I wanna ask you about this because I'm sure Carrie Huckabee taught you when you were in the academy at some point.
Hmm.
Okay. Is
Hmm.
this your first time being directed by her in a show?
So, Carrie was my senior company instructor for all
Yeah,
3 years that I was in the academy. Um, and so, so I've worked with her before
yeah,
in that sense, and I've known her well through that for years. Was friends with both of her sons when we were in the academy together, and all of that stuff. But
mhm,
this is actually, it's kind of crazy, 10 shows, but being that Jason Crispin was the academy director when I was in the academy,
mhm.
this is now my 10th show being on stage at all of my, every time I've acted has been at ALT. I've never acted elsewhere. So this is my 10th time being on stage, and my first time ever not being directed by Jason Crispin,
Oh my
because Jersey Boys and Ragtime were both Jason's shows.
of course.
Um, and then all of my academy shows were Jason as well. And so I've directed by Carrie as a teacher. She was my theater teacher through
Yeah,
the academy. But this is my first time doing a show that's not directed by Jason, which is kind of crazy. I
wild.
mean, I took a long break from theater, but still
Yeah,
having done 10 show or 9 straight shows and all of them being directed by the same guy
crazy.
has been new. It's been an interesting
You
experience,
feel like you're
but it's
cheating
been
on
so
him?
much fun. Yeah. What'd you say?
You feel like you're cheating on him a little?
I do a little bit. I'm sorry, Jason. Uh,
He'll forgive you, I promise.
yeah, but that's been a lot of fun. That's been
Yeah.
a really cool aspect, I think, of it all, is to work with Carrie and to work with her again, it feels like, but also to kind of be a part of a show and a production schedule that isn't what I've been used to.
Yeah.
Everybody who has been directed by multiple directors knows it's different. And I knew that going into it, but I've just hadn't had that experience quite yet. And so that's been really cool too, is to see kind of Carrie's process and how she goes through it and how she directs a show, because there are all these little differences and quirks between directors. And, that's been really cool to be directed by her, and she's such a joy to work with,
Yeah.
and I've so enjoyed getting to see her so frequently over the course of the last month and a half or so.
She's a very, very cool lady.
Mhm.
Okay, you graduated from the academy how many years ago now?
9.
I was gonna say 8, so 9 years
Yeah,
ago. Oh my gosh.
9.
And returned to audition again this
Mhm.
season, at the beginning of this season. You were there for Cuckoo's Nest, if I'm not mistaken.
I wasn't. You
You
are
were?
mistaken. Ragtime was the first jumping back in was Ragtime. That
Oh
was the
my
first thing.
gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well,
Yeah.
okay, then yeah, sorry. So talk to me a little bit about, like, why after this hiatus from graduating from the academy and then coming back to ALT, why you chose to come back to ALT and what this massive season for you has meant to you.
It's meant everything. And that's a whole I
It's a
could
whole other Thursdays at
talk
3.
for, yeah, you want to have me on for another time this season, we can talk about that.
Perfect.
But no, coming back, I remember I was in I went to see Frozen. I brought my little brother to see Frozen, who commented through my mom's Facebook account a little bit ago, but brought him to see Frozen. Was fantastic, obviously. And I remember I was in the lobby after the show, went up to say hi to Jason, and I just kind of mentioned to him, I've been working for the news station for the last couple of years, so my nights weren't free. I'd connected with Jason since moving back to Amarillo, but he knew that I was unavailable really for any theater things, working the news, which happens
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock at night every night, and working sports, which happens on Friday nights. So that doesn't really work
Yeah.
with theater. And so, he knew that I wasn't available for anything. And I just kind of mentioned to him, I was like, my night's freed up recently. If you ever need anything, I'll be kind of more available coming up. And immediately, Ragtime auditions were 48 hours from this point, if not sooner. I don't even remember. They were like the
Whoa.
following Monday and Tuesday or whatever. Immediately he was like, "Oh, audition for Ragtime, audition for Ragtime, audition for Ragtime. We're always needing young guys. We need young men. Come on, do it, do it, do it." And I was like, "I don't know. I haven't sang a song in front of somebody in
Wait a
8
minute.
years, Jason."
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
you really
man.
want me to do this? But
Yeah.
and so I was, thought about it a little bit, and I was like, well, what the heck else are you doing? Like, nothing is the answer. Like, at
Yeah.
night, this is something that you can do. Plug yourself back in. It's not like it's a totally foreign thing to you, even though it's been so
Mhm.
long. And so
Yeah.
decided to just jump back in, see what happened, and obviously ended up getting way more involved, I think, than I anticipated on that Frozen matinee afternoon that I saw.
Lucky us.
But that just, it's kind of fun. It's funny the way life works. I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't expect to find myself as involved as I've been with ALT. I didn't expect to find myself doing 4 shows when it's all said and done, because I'll be in the ensemble of School of Rock right after this. And so didn't expect any of that, but it just sort of kind of happened that way. And, as things went on, I wanted to keep doing it. Ragtime was such a
Love it.
phenomenal experience. It was awesome to work with you. And obviously the rest of the cast was so much fun to work with. And, everybody started poking and prodding me, like, Jersey Boys is coming up. We need young guys for Jersey Boy. You do really well in Jersey Boys.
Yeah.
So,
ALT has
enough of that. Enough
Yeah.
of that convinced me to show up for those as well. And I knew Silent Sky was happening, and that was Silent Sky is something that I actually had my eye on Silent Sky before any of this stuff. Because I didn't know if I wanted to do like a musical, because
Yeah.
when you haven't sang in so long and you don't
Sure.
know if you can do that, it takes a level of it takes a level of commitment, not commitment. It takes a level of encouragement to get back into it, and then reinforcement that you can do it after you've done it.
Yeah.
And so when I knew that my nights were free, I was looking kind of at the calendar. I was like, okay, The Cottage is coming up. I could audition for that. Maybe that's a play. And then Silent Sky. That's only one male role, but I'll throw myself out there when the time
Yeah.
comes. So I was thinking about Silent Sky before either of Ragtime or Jersey Boys.
Yeah.
Even though I ended up auditioning for Silent Sky in the middle of Jersey Boys. And then just going right into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just something that I thought about for a while, and that's what brought me back to ALT, was just kind of running into Jason. And anybody that knows Jason knows that he can sell you on something. He will
Yes.
get you to show up to and it was
Yeah.
just that brief run in of like, come on, you need to do it, you need to do it, you need to do it. And
Yeah.
that was enough for me to show up to Ragtime auditions, and ended up here I am, I don't even know how many months later, but
Yeah.
coming back for my third out of 4 shows this season.
So
It has meant everything to me, to put it light. And there is no way that I can like express everything that it has meant to rejoin ALT, and not just to take the stage. Like, I enjoy acting, I enjoy performing, I enjoy doing all of these things, but it's a totally different thing to really engage with the community and to
yeah.
get really involved with the community. And that is the strength of ALT.
Mhm.
That's the heart of ALT and what keeps this thing running. And that has been so special, to really just dive in head first into that, knowing that I will be welcome there, knowing that it doesn't matter. Like, I will have a home there. I will have people who are excited to see me and
Yeah.
excited to work with me on a daily basis, whether I'm in a show or just showing up for a paint call, or whatever the case may be, or showing up at auditions, which are like a terrifying experience for
Totally.
anybody.
Totally.
Knowing that you're going to be welcomed by a group of people who want you to be there, has been so cool. We have a new volunteer to ALT. She's done theater in the past, but her name is Melody. She's doing crew for Silent Sky as well, and this is her first ALT show. And we were talking about it last night. I was telling her, I took this break, and I just, I never had any reservations about coming back to ALT. I had some reservations about singing in front of people because
Sure.
it had been a while,
Yeah.
but I knew that I would be welcomed at ALT, and I knew that the community would be what I wanted and what I needed in my life at that time. And so that's kind of why this season has just been something that I jumped into head first and wanted to be around for as much of it as I could be. And that's what has made it so special. None of the words that I just said, I can ramble on as much as I want. I'm not going to be
Yeah.
able to put it into words.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about ALT is, almost 99 seasons in, like, we're always gonna be here, hopefully another 100 years, for everyone to come back to whenever, if they ever want to, if they ever need to, whatever the case may be. I want you to know, and maybe pass this on to Melody. She was the talk of our staff meeting this week. We're so glad that she's involved with us, and that she just
Yeah.
right in.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. Love getting new faces around here, so that's
Mm-hmm.
very exciting. Um, okay, we talked about this a little bit when I interviewed you for Jersey Boys, but as a former academy student, which we've talked about a little bit, how do you feel that your time in the academy helped shape you into your adulthood and helped you in your career?
I think it just did leaps and bounds, for personal development as a human being.
Mhm.
It helped so many things. It I grew up a sports kid. I grew up playing basketball, and you learn how to be part of a team in sports. Obviously, a lot
Right.
of people don't realize that you learn how to be part of a team in theater as well, and
Yeah.
there may not be so much of the competitive aspect to it, unless you're doing like one act, which I've learned in the last couple of weeks is extremely competitive, and a lot of fun for those high school kids. But doing the academy, I really, 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 I think it added so many things to my life. It gave me
Mhm.
a level of confidence that I did not have before. It gave me just so many skills that I was able to take into the future, and gave me skills that I was able to apply in a number of different things, both personally and then professionally. Personally, performing, this is the first time that you're almost anybody who's ever been on stage knows that you kind of are able to tap into emotions that are not your own. And that's the whole goal of being on stage, is to be able to do that and perform as a character, and act as a character. And getting to do that kind of helps you be more in tune with yourself and express your own emotions and kind of understand yourself a little bit more from a mental health perspective. But beyond that, that's just kind of the personal benefit. There are professional benefits too, I think, that theater provides, especially for someone who, like me, at 15 years old, I joined, I think, Harrison, you've mentioned Harrison multiple times, Harrison Stringer, the Academy director now. He and I graduated together. And he was like, he'd been doing theater since he was a kid. I joined when I was 15. He'd been doing it for, I don't know, maybe 10 years before I started.
Yeah.
And that didn't matter though to me for the impact that it had on me. Even though I joined when I was 15 and only got 3 years of Academy experience, it still was a total reshaping of who I was, and it added so many well-rounded elements to who I would become in those important years of anybody's life, from 15 to
Totally.
25. I mean,
Yeah.
my goodness. So, joining the Academy for those last 3 years of high school before I moved away and, kind of became my own person the way that everybody does in their early 20s. That was a huge thing for me. And it added so many things professionally that I was able to carry. I mentioned that I worked for the news station for
Yeah.
3 years. I I don't know many people who would be able to go on TV every single night for 3 years, and be the sports director of a major news station, if they did not have some sort of experience presenting or doing public speaking or doing
Sure.
a lot of things that I learned in the Academy that
Mhm.
kind of, sharpened my confidence, which I think confidence follows behavior.
Yeah.
And it's that behavior of putting yourself out there in uncomfortable situations, which sometimes the Academy can do. Theater, because that's what theater does.
Mhm.
It puts you into situations that maybe you are uncomfortable to begin with. Even if you're good at it, most people are not going to be able to immediately jump in front of 500 people and perform or speak or
Exactly.
whatever. And so, yeah, I will never forget my very first show, when just the first time having an audience. It was at a school performance of Nancy Drew, Girl Detective, and I played her dad. And I had either the first or the second line of the entire show. I was in that very first scene. And I'll never forget having the audience out there and hearing an audience watching me do that. It was like, whoa, my gosh, this is a whole new ball game. There's a whole new arena, and this is so different.
Yeah.
But it taught me so many things that I carry with me now, even today. That stems from ALT Academy, 1,000,000%.
Sure.
And the
Yeah.
community that ALT has in the
Yeah.
Academy fosters that. That
Totally.
is afforded by the strong community that the Academy has.
Without question. I mean, the skills that you learn in the academy, clearly, like you said, it's not just about if you wanna go off and become an actor in New York. These
Mhm.
skills are life skills that
Mhm.
will help you really in any career field and help you understand yourself, help
Mhm.
you be observant. Being observant is such a huge part, I feel like, of being an actor, like learning to
Mhm.
really pay attention to what's going on around you, because at any time with live theater, anything could go wrong at any time, and you gotta be able
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah, I'm knocking on wood as you say that on preview night of
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
show.
so sorry.
I'm
Oh my gosh, what a horrible thing to
I'm just
bring
messing around.
up.
We're
Um,
ready. That's the whole thing. We're ready
so yeah,
because of that. Because of that
exactly.
skill. Jason Crispin likes to say acting is reacting, and so you gotta be ready
So
for
true.
everything.
That's right, that's right. Preston, I am always so grateful when cast members make time to chat with me on a show day, so thank you so, so much for hanging out with me on your preview night. Y'all get your tickets for Silent Sky. Get your tickets. Tonight is preview night. It's buy one, get one free tickets. Students are always buy one, get one free. The show runs all the way through April 19th. Don't forget the talk back after the matinee this coming Sunday, the 12th. And if you need to see a show with ASL interpreters, they will, thank you, Natalie, be there on the final performance on Sunday, the 19th. Do not miss that. If you need to sit closer to where the interpreters are going to be, call our box office. They'll make sure to tell you where that's going to be. It is open seating at the Adventure Space, unless you're a Producer Circle member, which if you want to join Producer Circle, let me know, and you get to reserve your seats at the Adventure Space. Alex says, and it isn't too late to join the Academy, do something scary, and learn new things. Yes, Alex. Yes.
That's
absolutely.
a great point. I've been in an adult class at the Academy with Alex this semester, every Tuesday. And so it is not too late. It wasn't too late when I was 15, and it's not too late now that I'm 27. So like I couldn't vouch for it more.
Yeah, our academy is for all ages. We have classes available for all ages. So again, that summer camp registration is going to happen on May 11th. That camp schedule should be live today if you're interested in summer camps. Get your kid involved. It's a great community, incredibly supportive. Your kid will learn so much and be so safe in such a friendly, fun environment. So consider that. Again, Silent Sky runs tonight through April 19th over at 2751 Civic Circle, our adventure space. Break all the legs this weekend, Preston, and pass that on to the entire cast. We're so excited for y'all.
Thank you so much. I will. I'm gonna go like brush my teeth ferociously because I realize that I think I have like a blue tongue from drinking this Gatorade right now. And Peter Shaw doesn't have Gatorade, so
No,
I'm
no,
gonna go make sure that I
not the
have that
time
good
period.
by tonight.
The time period for that. Oh my gosh, we'll break all the legs, pass it on to your castmates. I will see you so soon. And y'all have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you right back here for Thursdays at 3 next Thursday at 3 o'clock. Bye.